YouTube, what's up, baby? Back in this thing again for another review. This is Q's Insight. I'm Callie, and today we're going to be talking about She-Hulk, episode 1, entitled Rage. Alright, now if you've been to this channel before, you already know how we do it. We started off with the premise, 3 favorite scenes, the grade, and then we on to that next one, alright? So again, She-Hulk episode 1 entitled Rage. So on this we see Jennifer practicing. In the beginning we see Jennifer practicing for a case, like, you know, basically what she's going to say when the case starts, and then we find out through Jennifer talking to us, she's already She-Hulk at this point. And so they go back like a couple months or a few months before, and she catches us up on what, you know, took place for this situation to happen. So we see she was basically visiting Bruce, and Bruce is actually Bruce at this point. He's not the Hulk, because he's using this little watch thing or whatever it may be, and we find out that this watch thing helps his arm, the arm that he used for the Infinity Snap, to heal back up and go back to normal. But he can't turn into the Hulk at that for the time being with that watch on. So anyways, you know, they're Jennifer is driving Bruce in the car. They're talking about, just things, catching up and stuff like that, right? And after driving to their destination, a ship appears, and it's like an alien type of ship or whatever. And it throws Jennifer off balance, and she ends up crashing and goes off the road. So when Jennifer gets out the car, she ends up like cutting her hand or her arm on something. And then we see Bruce, and he's cool and everything like that, but he's bleeding out some of that Hulk blood, you know what I'm saying? And so his blood ends up going into Jennifer's cut, and because their DNA is so similar, whatever it may be, and she can handle the gene of the Hulk, she ends up becoming She-Hulk like that. So we see that she's She-Hulk now at this point, and it shows Bruce kind of turning into the Hulk as well, because like obviously his watch thing that keeps him, you know, from turning or whatever it may be is broken. So we see Jennifer running off through the woods as She-Hulk. And so she ends up passing out, and she wakes up later and goes to this like little diner or whatever it may be. And these girls are there, and they help her out. They get her dressed and everything like that, because they see that, you know, she obviously went through something. She's all dirty and her clothes are all ripped and stuff like that. So they give her clothes, shoes, whatever it may be. And then she ends up using the phone to call Bruce. And then she ends up going outside of the establishment and waits for him to get there. So while she's doing that, a few men start to hit on her, whatever it may be, you know, like I said, like trying to flirt with her, whatever. She doesn't like it. She wants them to get away. They don't want to get away. They get kind of closer to her, whatever it may be, and she ends up hulking out. And Bruce shows up right in time and tackles her to keep her from causing harm to the dudes. So then comes the next day. She wakes up, you know what I'm saying, she puts clothes on and finds Hulk. And we see they're in Mexico at this little like bar / like little getaway that the Hulk, or Bruce Banner, whatever you want to say, had built with Tony Stark in order for Bruce / Hulk to, you know, get to the point of where they are. Like he called himself Smart Hulk, so I guess you could say that. But you know how he was on Endgame, like where he was Hulk, but he was still Bruce at the same time, and not just. It always used to be he's just Bruce or he's just Hulk, but he ended up being Hulk and Bruce at the same time. So this is where he went to make that happen, to find true peace and meld the two identities together. Anyways, Hulk explains how everything happened in order for her to turn into the Hulk, or She-Hulk. And we find out she's per se somewhat better than he is. Like it's her blood that he uses Um, and it fixes his arm like all the way. So now he doesn't have to worry about his, like, he has the arm in Hulk form or human form. It's cool. Like, everything is fixed now. So her blood is somewhat better than his for some reason. I don't know if it's because it's woke or what, you know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna do it. We ain't gonna do it. Anyways, so Hulk tries to get her to get like used to transforming and getting that under control, but she already has it under control. She already has it under control. Bruh. But she needs help to learn how to turn it off and on, right? So she trains with the Hulk until she can figure that out. So we find out that Jennifer really wants to go back home, but Hulk won't. Hulk wants to make sure she's good to go back before she leaves, because, you know, being the Hulk, or being the She-Hulk, whatever you want to say, you have a lot of power, and you can hurt people on accident, you know what I'm saying? And you can flip out on accidents. You can be cool and everything like that. Maybe someone says something to you, and you end up turning to the She-Hulk and losing it, right? But anyways, Jennifer shows she has the ability to Hulk and then go back to regular. And the whole thing is that because she's a woman, she deals with a lot of anger every day, because she has the whole role of men being above her and men doing these things and these things that make her mad. So she has to be cool and calm, even though she's mad sometimes, whatever else it may be. And these things that she's going through basically provides her with being able to be calm as She-Hulk, and being able to transform to She-Hulk and then transform back to Jennifer. Woke. Yeah. But anyways, so since she found that out, she has the ability to do all this stuff, she wants to leave. But Hulk won't let her, because he figures, you know, she has the bigger duty of being a hero now, whether she wants to or not. You know what I'm saying? And you just want to go back to be this attorney and all stuff like that. Yeah, you can help people out in that way, but you're in a different level now. You feel me? So they start to argue, which turns into a little bit of a fight. And in the fight, they both end up breaking the bar that, you know, Hulk and Tony Stark have built. So they make up and they rebuild the bar, and he tells her if she wants to leave, then he respects it. So Jennifer leaves, and that's us getting caught up to the present day, when she's about to, you know, go, you know, handle her attorney business. But then we see Jennifer during the case, and all of a sudden, like a super powered lady, bro, comes out of nowhere and like starts causing havoc in the courthouse. So Jennifer has to transform into She-Hulk. She takes out the super powered girl, and then she turns back into Jennifer, and then she continues to do her case, or whatever it may be. State what she wanted to say. And that was basically the ending of the episode. There is a post-credit scene. It's not like important, but it's funny. But yeah, so that's basically it for the episode. So 3 of my favorite scenes would be Jennifer training with the Hulk. That was pretty cool. It was funny. It was pretty interesting to see a Hulk and another Hulk training and just being like smart and just being able to talk and not like it was like regular. They were just both Hulks. It's pretty cool to see. Second favorite scene would be Hulk versus She-Hulk when they fought. Although they didn't like try to kill each other, like it still was cool to see them both fight against each other and like, you know, kind of in a way test out, you know, Jennifer's abilities as She-Hulk. It was pretty cool to see. My third favorite scene would be the post-credit scene when Jennifer is drunk and Bruce is drunk, and then they talk about Captain America, and I'll just leave it at that. That'll be my third favorite scene. Very funny, very hilarious. So for this episode, man, I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10. It definitely wasn't a bad episode. Definitely wasn't a bad start. And I will watch the rest of the episodes, and I hope that they do get better. But as long as if they're as good as this was, I'm okay with it. Not every joke hit for me, but some of the jokes did. There wasn't too much action in here, so there'll probably be better action, like, you know, in the later episodes. But it was enough action, you know what I'm saying? The thing that brought it down for me was really, really, bro, the wokeness and how they kind of just made the Hulk's character not necessarily weak or stupid or anything like that, but it just, we find out it took a lot of training for him to get to this point. And for her to just jump on the scene and just, oh, I got this, I can transform and I'm cool and I'm not, there's nobody trying to take over her body. It's just me. I'm Jennifer when I'm Jennifer, and I'm Jennifer when I'm She-Hulk. Like, it's like, do you know how long it took for the Bruce Banner to be able to fuse the Hulk and Bruce Banner's and coexist at the same time? But Shorty's just able to do it, like, just out of the blue. Like, it's, that kind of threw me out of it and everything like that. But, you know, for the wokeness that it had, it still was a good episode. It seems like it's still going to be a good show. Can't wait to see the next episode, and we'll kind of get a bearing of how things are and where they're going to go. But, you know, yeah, that's basically it for what I thought about this, what I thought about She-Hulk. If you guys watched the episode, let me know what you guys thought about it. Did you enjoy the episode? Did you think the CGI looked weird for She-Hulk? Did you think there was enough fighting, or did you think that, you know, there should be a lot more? Which, like I said, there will be more in the other episodes. We already know that. And also, did the wokeness, like, bother you? Did it take you out of the episode like it did somewhat for me? Let me know about that, man. Let me know about that in the comments down below. But anyways, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. As always, this is Q's Insight. I'm Callie. Till next time.